The Imagination Library is at it again. Coming up in just a couple of weeks is the SPELLINGBEE. Okay, how did I do? Did I get extra points for that, Janet?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Diane Bowers and Janet Land are here from the Imagination Library. Nice to have you both here. Tell us a little bit about the Imagination Library. It's been around for quite a while.
Imagination Library in Davis County started in 2007. Since that time, we have been able to serve over 6,000 children. We've been able to send books to their home once a month. They actually get them in the mail. This is for children between the ages of birth and 5, and these children get a book in the mail every month. We have had great results. Everybody on our panel, it's a nonprofit panel, and there is no pay involved. And we clearly know, research tells us, that when children are read to on the laps of their parents, they're going to be better readers and better prepared when they go to school.
Well, real quickly, how do you sign up or qualify to be able to get this book a month? Because it's not just for the kids. Actually, it gets the parents to read for the kids.
And actually, one other thing I wanted to say is by the time a child finishes, they actually have 60 books in their home library. And these are high-quality books. And to sign up, every time a child in Davis County is born and they're given a birth packet, we have our registration form. Anytime a child begins preschool, daycare, we try to be sure that those are available at all of the private and public preschools, as well as in all of the daycares. We have a great website, and on our website, you can enroll your child to be in Imagination Library. We try to make it as easy for parents as possible, and there is no cost to families at all. But our community support, it does cost approximately $30 a year per child to receive a book. But again, no cost to the families. That is a gift from Davis County to our children.
And it's a great investment for our community for many reasons. I'm sure you'll agree.
Absolutely.
Learning to read and being read to really can't start too early, according to many doctors.
The research that we have been reading even says that if you read to children while they're in the womb, that the results are great. But there is nothing better for a child than to sit on their parents' lap and to be read to. There's nothing better for a child than to hear that language at birth and even before.
Janet, most of the community is familiar with the Imagination Library because of another event, the Storybook Breakfast, that takes place in either April or May each year.
Yes, and we have the best time. We just finished our second Storybook Breakfast. We had Spider-Man and Superman. We had princesses of every kind that were reading to the children and interacting to the children. The children have an opportunity, with the help of Imagination Library sponsors the event, but we certainly couldn't do it without Kiwanis Club, the Independence Bank, and many other people in our community that go all out, dress up, and read to our children. And children get to have their picture made and be read to by their favorite storybook character.
We're talking to Janet Land, the chairman of the Imagination Library, and also Diane Bowers, who is the chairperson of the Community Spelling Bee. And that's what we're really here to talk about, because that's coming up here in just a couple of weeks or so.
Yes, that's right. It's September 20th, which is a Saturday. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. We hold it at Owensboro Christian Church, and this is our 5th year for the event, and we're excited.
The event itself pits teams against each other in a spelling bee atmosphere. And it's a little bit different than the Scripps Howard spelling bees with the 9-year-olds that are spelling words with 20 letters.
It's a lot more fun, and it's not nearly as stressful, because the teams are made up of anywhere from 2 to 5 people, and the word is given out, and the team comes together as a group and says, well, what do you think? 2 L's or 1? Figure out how to spell it, write it on the board, and then hand it to their volunteer, or we call them worker bees. So there's no pressure on an individual at all.
This is actually your largest fundraiser that helps support the Imagination Library through sponsorships and also team memberships as well.
Right, and we also have a silent auction at the event.
If you want to be a sponsor, is it too late?
Oh, absolutely not. We would love to have you join us.
What levels do you have?
We have all the way from $250 up to $1,000, and of course we're willing to take any amount. It does cost $50 to put in a team. So, if $250 is a little high for you, send $50 and help pay for maybe a school team that doesn't have the money.
Tell us about the event itself, the Community Spelling Bee. What's it like? What's the atmosphere? Can you kind of paint a picture for us?
Okay, well, we typically, the last couple of years, we've had about 25 teams. So imagine this big room of 25 teams, people sitting around in round tables. We've got all these audience members, and, when a team misspells a word, what they can do is buy back into the competition. So there's a lot of pressure, I guess, to buy back and stay in the competition. It costs $30 to buy back into the competition, which just happens to be the price to supply one child for 1 year. The whole room just erupts with applause when the team says, yeah, we're buying back. It's so exciting. And of course, we've got school-age kids teams, and so they bring lots of family members. And it's just such an exciting event. And we also, if the teams want to, they can dress up. They can choose a theme. For example, last year we had a Country Heights team. Their mascot is a husky. So their theme was doggone good spellers. And so they all had their puppy dog faces on. And they were just adorable. And their fan base was so exciting. And we actually give an award for Best Team Spirit and Best Fan Spirit.
Well, the Community Spelling Bee this year will be on Saturday, September 20th at the Owensboro Christian Church. Janet and Diane, the money raised here, as we talked about, all goes toward the Imagination Library, staying right here in this community, helping the very youngest of our citizens to be able to read and obviously give them a head start into kindergarten.
Every penny raised will go towards buying books.
And how can you register? Let's have a telephone number and website for us, okay?
Give me a call at 270-316-3612. And we do have a website, which is ILOFDC, which stands for Imagination Library of Davis County .wordpress.com. And if you don't get all that, if you went to imaginationlibrary.com, which is the Dolly Parton's website, you could do Find Affiliate, and you could find us that way.
Real quickly, Diane and Janet, why did you all get involved in this?
I'm a teacher. And as a teacher, one of the things that I have always known and observed for many years, children that are read to by their parents come in with this huge advantage. And then later on, when I went back to graduate school, my masters were in reading. So it was something that I felt like our community would grow, that we would be able to have children who were better prepared. And the more prepared you are for school, the more successful you're going to be. When you love to read, the sky's the limit. And the way that we're taught to love to read is on the lap of our parents.
Diane, you've chaired the actual Community Bee now for 5 years. Why do you stay involved?
Because I think it is such an awesome program. My kids are grown, so my kids did not get to participate in Imagination Library, but I just think how exciting it would have been when my kids were young to have gotten that book in the mail every single month. I mean, how exciting.
Thank you both, Diane Bowers and Janet Land of the Imagination Library here in the Owensboro area. Thanks again for coming in, and good luck at the Spelling Bee.
Thanks, Kurt.
CULATER.